So, my last trip to a mental hospital, I remembered that this is what I remembered. I remembered that when I got to, I called the police, or no, I called the hotline because I was having troubles with my medication and my doctor wasn't letting me change it. He was just giving me other medication to combat the side effects of the one medication. So I stopped taking the medication, and about a month after I quit taking the medication, I ended up hurting myself. And I so I called the hotline because I wanted the medication changed because I knew I couldn't handle it, and the hotline determined that I needed to be picked up by the police. So the police came to my house, picked me up, took me to the hospital, to the acute center, and I spent a day and a half there, or 2 days there, 2 nights there. And that place is where people go that are probably should have been arrested, but then they have psych problems, so they go there. That's where all the psychiatric people go, like inpatients go that are having an acute moment and they need help right away, and they go there because that place has full on 24-hour watch because it's just one big room. And they have a full on 24-hour watch with one, and everybody sits in one big room. So I go there, and um, let's see, then they transfer me to the other place, and I was in the minimum security, or not security, but minimum risk ward. And then I was there for 2 nights, and then they transferred me to high risk ward. And then I got to the high risk ward. They told me it was the same room because they had somebody coming in that would needed the room that I was in because of transgender. I don't know. So I got it in my head when I'm in the high risk side, because I saw the sign on the door when they brought me over there, and it said high risk. And I was like, wait a minute, this is high risk? And I was like, whoa, this ain't right. You know, I shouldn't be here. And then I started freaking out about why I'm there. And then I started coming up with plans of what I'm gonna do when I'm in there, how I'm gonna get out of there, why I'm in there in the first place. I've been coming up with ideas of why I'm in there, like just over and over again in my mind, and I'm laying on the floor. And I'm in there for like 2 weeks, and I'm not eating anything for almost 2 weeks, and I'm not eating anything. I brought a glass. I grabbed the cup from outside, and I brought it into my room, and I used it to get water from my bathroom sink, and I drank water. Um, So, yeah, that's all I did was drink water when I was in that side. And then eventually, like they came to the conclusion that they were gonna do something about me, so they started coming into my room. Well, they've been coming into my room, but then they started coming into my room like every hour, talking about they're gonna do something to me if I don't cooperate. So the lady convinced me that, hey, and I told her, I said, hey, you want me to cooperate? You want me to sleep on the bed? But you're not even asking the right questions. Like, not one person came in and said, why are you sleeping on the floor? No, they just came in the room, saw me sleeping on the floor, and walked out and had some weird comments to think. Nobody asked me why I was sleeping. I was sleeping on the floor because the sun was shining through the window. There was no curtains on the windows. And the sun shines through the window, and it shines right on the bed. So I sleep on the floor because it blocks the sun. And then they said, well, why aren't you eating? And I said, well, I don't want to eat because I don't think I need to. I don't need to eat that. If you move me back to the other side, I'll start eating again. And they said, well, we'll move you back over there if you start eating. And I said, so I gotta start eating for you to move me back over there. And they said yes. And I said, okay. Then I'll try something. So I tried something. I eventually worked my way out of there. Came home and I was on suicide watch for about 90 days after that. And then that got extended. Now it's extended again. And I think it's extended 4 times. I don't know. 5 times. Maybe it's 60 days. No, it's 90 days. So I think they extended it 5 times.